Unaweza fanya.
So in pivot table, ukiangalia conduct a test control using the MS Excel to analyze whether the comma limited adheres to the credit terms using or extract or calculate using Excel function the number of days between the invoice date and the collection date, that is today date, for case where the collection has not yet been happened. Above formula should be able to daily recalculate the correct due dates based on the current date. And then another one is using a conditional to highlight all the details of overdue accounts. Apply yellow fill with a bold red font. Using Excel, perform the following substantive test on the account receivable balance. Create and calculate the amount due by the considering the payment collected or discount award. Compute the aging account receivable based on the days due to classify the account as below 30 days, 60, and past that. And using a pivot table, perform analytical procedure on sales and discount given during the year. Number one, prepare monthly sales trend analysis using the invoice date. Analyze the proportion of discount given relative to date of sales. Flag any unusual trend using a pivot table or chart. So this one is a general application of Excel now. So this is the sales, this is the credit term, this is the collection date, this is the amount collected, discount given, and then we have the invoice numbers. So we've been told conduct the below test for using Excel to analyze whether comma limited adhere to its credit terms. So where are the credit terms? So invoice date, this is the payment date. So if you check this is a credit terms, we have been told 30 days and then 45 days. And this was the invoice date and this was the payment date. So for you to do this, you have to calculate the number of days. You have to get the number of days spent or between this invoice date and this date which you can choose Excel. If you check the number of days upper, you can choose Excel formulas. We have a lot of Excel formulas, numbers. Which one can we use? Numb. We have week numb. Yes, because these are 2024. This is 7 and July. Yeah, if you can use week numb to get the number of weeks. So the serial number is this one.
Eh.
Yes.
I know I'm just ninin hizi formulas zenye sasa ni mingi.
Hmm?
Now do you know? Utajua utatumia gani wenye ni mob.
Yeah, ni nyingi. So what you just need to do is you need to remember, like you need to have been doing Excel classes before, advanced Excel classes. So which if you check, like ingekuwa umeattend advanced classes,
Mhm.
hizo formulas ungekuwa umezipata. For example, if I search this Excel of mine, itwanga combine Excel, sijui inakwanga wapi. Nione kwa advanced Excel training. Je, iko kwa email. Tuicheck kwa email. Yeah, there's compile Excel in the email. So if you see this Excel, it's it has a lot of formulas, but now like it entail the what at least you need to know as a general knowledge. So ukiangalia the number of days, we have it here date manipulation, and then we have weekdays. Weekdays, you can see the number of weeks which we have. If you've been given the dates, and also get today. If you want to know when is today, you just need to say equals. Bona Excel haifanyi. Oh, it is in protected mode. Really protect when. Yeah. This one I can type. So let's go to dates. Yeah. So if you want to get to know today, you just write equals today and then write enter. So you should be able to know today is date 6th of Feb. And then if you want to know the day of the weeks, for example, hizi zote ni today, hii ni formula iko today. And then let's say you want to know the day of the week, and then unatumia the text, you use the text, and then this one is the number of days, and then to use D mara ine ndio ikupe the day of the week. And then if you want to know the number of days, you just use weekday and then you put that date, itakupea the number of days for that month up to date. So for only 1 month tuko na 6 days. So that's it count on the days of the weeks. So we have 6 days. Then if you go to here, like the net work days, this one they count the number of days, but they exclude weekends. They exclude weekend. So you find that you have the like beginning date and the end date. So we just need to put equals net work days, which is this one. It will ask you the start date, which is this one, comma, the end date, it is this one. And then comma, you can put the number of holidays which you have. So if there's 2 holidays, 1 holiday, you just put there after comma. Then Excel will be able to calculate for you the number of days between these two dates. So now back to the question. So kama ungekuwa umesha learn hizo before, then you could have applied that knowledge in calculating, because we have 2 dates, which if you can use the net work days, because we don't have the holidays, equals net work days, equals net work days, Then the start date is this one, comma, the end date is this one. This one is giving us 45 days. Now, so can we use if, can we incorporate if under the net? Let me see if it is greater than what is here, comma, what do we need to say? It is said, walikuwa nasema nini? Analyze whether the number of days, extract using the analyze there, it is there to credit. So if it is greater than, you can say not there. Open the quotation, not there. Close the quotation, comma, value. If it is false, you can just say, or the first one should be there. Let's write there. We are trying to see whether we can be able to incorporate the if under the network function. Let's see if it is working. Yeah, you can see it is working. So, because this one is 30 days and whatever we will get here, if it is not within 30 days, we can say it is not there. And then you just need to drag down upper. So utapata, you can easily block the one which they are not under the credit term. They are not under the credit term. They are not under the credit term. Umeona vile Excel siko rahisi?
Eh, hisi ni rahisi.
Yes?
Sasa niko na swali. Tuna calculate number of days ama
No, see, you are being told contact the test using MS to analyze whether the limit adhered to its credit term.
hiyo ni A1.
Hiyo ni A, like we are conducting, and then extract or calculate using an Excel the number of days between the invoice date and the collection date, or the day's date for. I was just commenting, but you can't remove this one.
Oh,
You can still get the number. This is a remark, and then you can get the number of days by just getting network base. This is the start date, comma. This is the end date, enter. So we'll get that 145. Drag it, get hii imekuja, hii ni blank. That's why tunapata negative. Hizi ni negative. So this one haikuwa na credit na collection date. In fact, this one they have not been paid. So which mean this one we can use today date. So just need to put equals today because they have not been paid. You can see, you'll get the number of days. Copy the formula, put it here, there, put it there. Because if it is blank, it means they have not been paid. So you get the number of days. But anyway, for blank, you can leave it because examiner hajakwambia you calculate. This is the one we are getting there.
mi ndajua aje hizo network ma nafaa
So that's why you
kucalculate
have
hivi.
to start learning Excel. Like you just remind yourself a lot of formulas for Excel. So when you get a question, you remind. Hizi unatumianga tu kwa like ungekuwa in the field of more of data analysis ama audit. Hizi formulas unajipata tu unatafuta mahali ziko ujifundisha. Now, ukiangalia Roman 2 using a formula, create a status column that defines the incentive where the collection are made beyond allowed credit beyond and those within the credits are. So this one, you can just now, instead of not are there, you can just say beyond. So here unaweka tu, umeambiwa create an Excel. So ukishapata the number of days unaweza tumia if, but unaweza incorporate. So you just write beyond, and then another one you just write within. Just write within. Now when writing a text in Excel, you start with opening quotation and closing quotation, comma. So when writing a text in Excel, else if it is number, you don't put those two quotation, naeka tu comma, number. So you can see there's a pair within and beyond, within and beyond. You go to within. Okay. So, and then kuna, and I have, ninakuanga na Excel, advanced Excel classes videos. You buy videos ya Excel. Yes?
Umesemaje mwalimu?
Nimesema si you buy videos for Excel. Niko na videos ya Excel na inaanzia topic 1 all to the last. Kuliko ukienda YouTube
Sasa
ukitafuta
ati
YouTube
iko
venye iko incomplete. Yes?
ati uko na nini? Sorry, sikuwa nasikia hapo.
Niko na videos ya classes huwa wanafanya za Excel. So unaweza buy videos kujifundisha Excel pole pole.
Mimi venye nimekusupport hata unataka kunilipisha. Jamani.
Si ni course una buy.
Jamani.
Ni course una buy.
Actually hizi formulas ndo tu naona
But it is helpful apart from
kuzikumbuka.
EBDA itakusaidia ukifanya kazi ya account. Now, ukiona number 3 umeambiwa using a conditional format to highlight all the detail overdue account, apply yellow field with the bold and red for the overdue account. So for the overdue account, beyond is the overdue account. Beyond is the overdue account. So what you do, you select this column, go to data, not data, even home, go to conditional formatting, and then use a text. Where is a text here? Highlight, and then a text that contained. So put a text that contained beyond. You can see tukiandika already imeshaji pop up beyond, and then tumeambiwa we bold. So we do some adjustment, come here and go to custom. Tumeambiwa we do with what? Is it red? Tumeambiwa tuweke color gani? Yellow with bold and red font. Okay, go to conditional formatting, text, bold or beyond, and then after beyond, click this column, this drop down, go to custom. We need a red font. So come to the font, tafuta red hapa kwa color. Is it, where is the color? Fill. No, font. Yes, color iko here, red, then bold. Then click OK. Click OK. So here it is. We have applied the conditional formatting. Now, go to using Excel, perform the following substantive test on the account receivable. Any question mpaka hapa?
Jaribu kuincorporate.
It's very easy, hakuna swali. It needs the practice all. So ungekuwa practice, ungekuwa umesha practice kwa nini? Now, na time yangu imeisha haraka aje, na vile
Mkono
these
class.
Excel formulas, I enjoy you doing it, yes?
Unasema time imeisha?
Yeah, see, almost 8. I have a class in 8. But
Sasa
we are
hivi
done a lot. Now, tumeambiwa using Excel, perform the following substantive test on the account receivable balance. Create and calculate amount due by considering payment collected or overt discount. What does that mean? Sijaelewa. Create and calculate amount due by considering the payment collected or overt discount. So we
kwa
need to
discount.
calculate the amount due. The amount due.
Hiyo
Then
at least
see
naona naweza
then
fikiria.
see subtraction. This is the
The
discount
sales
given.
amount
Yeah. This is the discount
minus
given.
amount collected.
This is very
Amount collected. Hiyo najua ni na subtract mpaka mwisho.
yeah.
Ndio.
So you just take the amount, the sales amount collected, and the discount, right?
Discount given.
Amount due. So this one you just need to take the amount, the sales amount minus the amount collected minus the discount. Take it, double click here. So you will get the amount due. There is even the one which negative, which means you can see this, there is an overpayment because there was a 23,500, but they pay 23,500, but they pay 24. So there is an overpayment here. It's an overpayment. So we are done with that. We are done with that. So there was even no need for me getting this space. Now compute compute the aging of account receivable based on the days to classify the account as 30 days, due 60, and over 90. So this one you just need to comment because we are using aging analysis. Aging analysis is where you check the number of days kama ziko bado within 30 days or above 30 days or within. So this is the payment dates or the number of due. So you'll just need to use the Excel to give this one or to comment weke current 30 days, due 60 days, overdue useme 90 days plus. Namesema which utaangalia tu within 30 days unasema current, due and overdue. So which you just need to use Excel formula. You can just say aging and then you say if this amount is greater than is less than or equal to 30, comma, we just say it is current. Close the bracket, close the quotation, comma, and then you repeat again
Mwalimu
if
ameweka less than.
yes.
Hiyo ni less than normal greater.
Mi sijui your signed ni less than ama greater than. Me I normally try
Okay,
nikiona
mwalimu.
mi I normally try nikiona results ndio unajua hii ndio yeah?
Acha nicheke tu juu less than. Mimi ndio mzee. Mm.
Mi hii
Kama
ndio
nikiwa
sijaitaka
mzee.
kuelewa kujua hii sign na ile
Mhm.
tu kwa ignorance I always skip that sign. So again if this one now is greater than or equal to 60, comma, we just say within, amesema within, ama due, we just
Ndio.
say open and write due, and then comma, if this amount is greater than or equals to 90, comma, just say overdue, overdue. Then close the bracket with 3 brackets. Hit the enter. Yeah. No. So I was right. Less than
Less than.
inafaa kuwa inaenda hivi. Eh? Okay. But so long as tumeshajua how to apply the formula. So our main focus is to get the formula. Yeah. So you can see there is the one which is false because we have a 0 here. Excel will not read where there is a 0. But you can apply the formula. You say if not available here, if not available, which is this one, what do you need at the end here? Just need to get a plain space. So put that one, enter, drag it down. It's not working, which means we have to put before we close the bracket, comma, it's the enter now. If not available, put 0. No, hiyo itawaka. That one will not work. So you have to put the 0 and your Excel is a mate is current. Anyway, so that is it, how to apply that formula. Then now there is this one
So
for
umesema hiyo ni greater than ama inafaa kuwa less than?
si tumesema if this one is greater than 30 or equal to 30, then say, so which means this one is greater than, this one is not less than. That
Yaani
one is
mwalimu
not.
akifanya inakaa rahisi.
Yes?
Mwalimu akifanya inakaa rahisi.
Sini hizi formulas tunaimaster tu pole pole. Using MX Excel pivot table, perform the analytical procedure on the sales and discount given during the year. Prepare a monthly sales trend analysis using the invoice data. So they want for using pivot table. This one is very easy. This one is very easy for pivot table. Just need to create a space. Once you create a space, you copy this data all from, you can even leave the one we just calculated, and I copy and I paste up. Put borders so that it will work perfectly with borders. Now leave the cursor inside, go to insert a pivot table. So they will select that one. That is the reason why I was putting borders so that we can be able to select this area. Now we need to put in existing worksheet and then select where you want to put that pivot table. Let's say we want it here or down here. Then click OK. Yeah, so we will have a pivot table there. Now I can do analysis. They want the sales trend using the invoice date. So which we will pick the invoice date in the row or no invoice date. Where can we put the invoice date? We need the invoice date. For which period? Because I can see 2020 invoice date. Yes, there is 2020 here. So if you double click this star, utapata Q1, Q2. So let's say we don't need quarters. Let's remove the quarters. Also remove that one. Yes. So if you remove that one, we can just get the invoice date. So you can get the invoice date for 2024 and 2020. Now we have been told to analyze the sales. So take the sales value, which is the monthly in the sales value lilikuwa nini? The amount, sales amount. So sales amount ndio hii. Press that one and long press, move the cursor. So if you move the cursor, put in the values. So if you put in the values, I can be able to get the summary of sales date, yeah, which to give you the same with this one. Now, imekwambia do a trend analysis. So if you do a trend analysis, you can use the chart to get the trend analysis. So you just need to leave the cursor here, go to design, is it design pivot analysis, and then use a pivot chart. And then with the pivot chart, line chart will be much better. And then this one is a line chart, or we use, yeah, that line chart, click OK. So you can easily show the trend. Can easily show the trend. Are we on the same stage? Ama nimekuacha Githurai?
Niacha Githurai.
Eh?
Lakini mbona nikuuliza mwalimu, unaweza
Aha.
ifanya na nini? Unaweza analyze na months na hiyo sales amount.
Unaweza analyze?
Nasema
Aha.
yeah, prepare monthly sales trend
Mhm.
analysis using the invoice data.
Si tumetumia, you see, this one, you can, if you just pick the data, you will not know the graph because we need to do the comparison of the, unless you do the
Mhm.
comparison with the credit terms, or you do the comparison with the invoice date,
Mhm.
yeah. Because huwezi fanya trend analysis for sales peke yake without knowing another trend, another factor. Because if you do that one,
Nasema
uh-huh,
sasa, unaona huku kwa nini manimeka hizo row levels,
yeah,
ena unaipanga na months
na month,
eh, kwa hiyo
month,
invoice date
yeah, you
cause
can
zote
choose,
ni za
zote ni 2024 but kuna
2024.
different, but you see hii haijakupei
Ehe.
number in months, so unless you create another column and then try to get the months, you can do analysis using the months.
Mm. Cause nakumbuka kuna kitu uli nini tukifanya fanya hizo klasi za kwanza kwanza,
Mm-hmm.
nakumbuka unaona hapo kwa nini, hapo kwa pivot table fields.
Mm-hmm.
So, unaona sipo kuna invoice number, customer number, hizo vitu zote.
Mm-hmm.
Huko chini unaona kuna months, invoice date, quarters, years, invoice
Yeah,
date.
so you can use the trend with
Like,
any, you can use the customer name to get the trend,
uh-huh.
but you will not use the invoice number. That one will not, you can, after your
Invoice
analysis
date.
item make sense. So you can either use the
It makes
customer
sense.
name, invoice date, the credit terms, or the collection date. You just use something which make it makes sense. Eh?
Ebu unaona hiyo invoice hiyo huko chini hiyo, ebu nilikuwa najaribu kuona nini, you can click hiyo years,
You want to
alafu
use the customer or the invoice, huwezi tumia invoice.
the invoice number. Let's tumia invoice.
Unaweza but sasa ukitumia invoice
Hii namba hiyo
number,
month invoice na hizo month invoice date chini.
the month invoice date, the month, yeah, you can choose the month invoice date, January, then to get the sales. So long as you are getting, you are using something which is, it is logical. So you can see also this one is a logical.
Inakaa it is logical.
Yeah, so huwezi tumia invoice number, but invoice the month, this one is okay.
Mm.
So we stop there because niko na another class.